streaming. Okay, we'll just let this load up. Fantastic. So, hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I am feeling a hell of a lot better now. And I really have no idea why I felt so exhausted and knocked out the last couple of days. In fact, it was so bad that I couldn't do another one of the brain trainings yesterday. My head was throbbing. I felt absolutely fatigued. I just couldn't do anything. So as much as I would have loved to have kept the streak of doing it daily, it does feel like, or it does seem like, I'm going to have to be realistic. And if just things happen, then I will have a break here or there. I'm probably not going to be ill like every week or every other week, because for me it happens very rarely. But I do think like if maybe there is a possibility that maybe like I get really busy with work or whatever, then perhaps I might not always be able to do a live stream, but I might still be able to do my 10 rounds of the brain training. But neither here nor there, so I won't worry about talking about that too much. But I am back. I'm back doing the live streams again every day. I've also got a video coming out this afternoon, so yay. There's finally some actual content again that's coming out on my channel, and I will be rolling more stuff out on a regular basis. I do apologize that there was a bit of a delay with putting some stuff together and actually releasing other stuff besides this brain training. So I'm going to introduce you guys again to this game. This game is called Duel and Back. It's an old game that was discovered whilst trying to help people with ADHD and depression, to help them to overcome their anxieties or to manage them, as well as developing the hyperfocus that people can have as well when they are truly dedicated or enjoying something. And this works on a number of levels. Besides working on your fluid intelligence, it's great at working on your short-term memory and also just managing your anxiety as well. So if you're someone who does have a lot of social anxiety and you're thinking about cold approaching, or you're trying to put yourself out there, even if it's not for cold approaching, but you want to socialize, you want to go to networking events or social events, or maybe you've got hobbies that you want to take up, but your anxiety gets the better of you, then this is certainly going to be the game for you. Again, it works on the fluid intelligence, which really is like your improv, your creativity when you're in a conversation with people. And as for the hyperfocus side of things, it just trains you to hone your senses in on the other person that you're speaking to. So guys who do tend to have a lot of anxiety, they tend to get more caught up in their head than actually focusing what another person is saying. And so they will miss out on certain topics of interest that they can pick up on, and they can try and find something to connect on. But when you're someone who is just constantly in their head, you're overwhelmed with the situation, what tends to happen? Well, you get guys who get like those brain fart moments, or they're trying to think of like, oh, what am I going to say next and stuff. Conversations fall flat. And unfortunately, in the realm of dating, those conversations then don't tend to go anywhere. So this game is fantastic on working on all of them, and is really going to help you with your confidence and your conversation skills when you're out cold approaching. And I'm even going to add as well that this game is great for guys who are very new at cold approaching, because the likelihood is you are going to have a lot of social anxiety. Yes, you are doing something brand new, which would mean that everyone has anxiety because they just haven't got the insight yet into how something works. But being able to play this game whilst you're going out and cold approaching is only going to speed up the process of you getting comfortable with it. So this is a free game to download. If you have a look in the description, I've got a link to the Brain Workshop. Download it there for your PC and computer or tablet, whatever. So my phone is just going off, so I'm going to move that over there, and give this a go. And what you will see, and I'm holding myself accountable every single day, and my goal is to try and do 365 days of this. Now, I've already kind of had 2 days off, but I'm still just carrying on doing the 365 days and just pushing it back a little bit more, simply because I, one, want the accountability of doing this. Two, I want to ingrain this into my daily routine as a habit. And three, I'm so aware of the benefits that you can get from playing this game that I'm not thinking so much about where am I going to be over the next week or so. I'm thinking about where am I going to be physically or mentally in a few weeks or a few months or 6 months to a year later on down the line. Where is my thinking going to be? Where's my anxiety going to be at that point? Now, I have already noticed, even with just doing the week of this brain training, how much more fluid my conversations are. Now, I'm someone, for especially guys who know me, I have a memory like a goldfish. So if I lose my concentration, I have to like properly try and think about something and be like, right, I have to backtrack. I have to backpedal and be like, what was I saying there? Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. And then go forward. So I can already notice some of the benefits of doing the brain training game. It just allows me to speak without me trying to actively overthink about like, well, what am I trying to hold on to idea wise? It just allows me to speak. Now imagine then putting that into a conversation with women where you've got a guy who's very anxious, but he's no longer overthinking things. He's no longer thinking about, I've got the hiccups now, thinking about the anxiety that he's got. And this is why this game is so great. So I'm only going to do 10 rounds. I'd love it if you can download the game and maybe give it a go with me, whether you are doing this on the live stream, whether you are doing this on the replay. If anything, I would love to hear how you get on. Let me know in the comments of this video how you did. What level are you on as well? What's your best level that you've reached? Now, for me, the best I've reached is 6-back. And as you'll see, whatever level I'm on is you have to remember so many positions back. So I'm on level 5 at the moment. So I've got to remember 5 positions back, and that's both with a visual cue and with an audio cue. And being able to focus or trying to focus on these two things really just get you to hone in on the game, and it's going to just really do wonders on your brain skills. So without further ado, we're going to do 10 rounds. Join in with me. Let me know how you get on. And if you can as well, if you like this sort of stuff, if you want to be held accountable with doing this brain training game, and you want to get the benefits of it, then please do subscribe to the channel, and of course like this live stream, and let me know how you get on. But we're going to do 10 rounds, and then that's it. You don't need to do any more. If you're feeling more adventurous, then sure, do like 15 rounds, 20 rounds at most. My God, your brain will probably be like throbbing after you've done that many rounds. But 10 rounds is all you need. And I find if I do the levels or do the rounds back to back, I can really feel the hyper focus after maybe about 4 or 5 rounds. So that's all we're trying to do with this game, is just trying to bring forth that hyper focus and then walk away, have a breather, and we can let the brain heal, do whatever. But it's the ripple effect of that we're going to see days, weeks, months down the line. So I won't talk anymore. We're going to do this game. I'm on 5 back, so I've got to remember 5 positions back, but let me know how you get on as well too.
L S R K L
Oh,
T L C R K R L K C L Q C L H R Q K T S Q
ah,
C Q Q
oh, divots.
S
Okay.
S R Q K Q S S Q Q R K S H K K
Horribly wrong. Horribly wrong. Okay, yeah. I'm kind of glad that that did drop down because that was a bit difficult. Where I have the screen, because I've got the YouTube live streaming page open as well. I'm seeing like a duplicate of what's going on, and it just instantly distracted me as I did that, and I just lost my position. And then, in fact, actually, what I've also just noticed, if I even say anything out loud, if I make a noise whilst I'm doing it, that actually also seems to break my attention on it as well. So for those watching this and for those giving it a go, maybe you've even experienced that as well, where actually you probably do need to sit here in silence as you're staring at the screen. And I did actually have a guy leave a comment the other day on one of my videos asking, what's the best way to try and do the levels? He was stuck on level 3, I think. So remembering 3 positions back. And I put a comment basically just saying about I try and remember things as a sequence. So like for the 4, I'll remember the first 4, and then wherever the positions are, that's then kind of like the round, and then the next 4 is essentially replacing those 4. So it's like saying, if I were to say the numbers 3, 7, 8, I would try and imagine it more as like a bunch. So rather than trying to remember each individual number, I'd be like 378, like 378. So if it was 4 and maybe it was like 1182, I'd be like, rather than trying to think of like, okay, there was a 1, there was a 1, there was an 8, there was a 2, I'd be like, okay, so 1182, or wherever the positions are and stuff. Now, I've also found as well, and I actually probably think it's really just something that the game kind of encourages, but you probably also have noticed, like, when you're actually doing the rounds, the square that appears on the grid, nothing appears right in the middle. It's only in the is there 9? So 3, 6, no, 8. So only in one of the 8 squares around the center. So there's nothing ever in the middle, except there is kind of like a crosshair there. And in fact, I find that by just focusing on the crosshair rather than watching the square appear around the grid, that actually also makes a difference with trying to remember where things are. So I'm like literally just looking at that center square the entire time, and then where the square seems to appear afterwards, amazingly in my mind, I can actually visually see almost like an invisible path where the actual route is for that sequence of letters or positions that has actually turned up. So let's just say it was like 1, 2, 3, 4. Then my brain would literally, I would look at it and it would be going like da da da, and that would be then the position. So that really fast thinking about like compressing all that information together just makes it even easier for me to memorize that round or that sequence, to remember basically. And then of course then it gives me an opportunity to now be aware and think about the next sequence that's coming in. So if let's say again like that first round was like 1182, and then the next one is like 3578, then I can remember like, okay, so 1182, and then the next one might be like 3578, and then of course if there are anything that overlaps from that previous sequence, then I can press either the left mouse button or the right mouse button, and I've got that, and then I'll hopefully, I should end up getting a green. My nose is itchy now. I then should end up getting a green sort of like tick on that. I can't think what the word is, but I'll get it correct. I'll get it correct rather than getting it red or blue, as in I've either missed it or I've guessed incorrectly. So all right, so let's go through these. So I think I'm pretty confident I'm going to get this back to 5 again pretty quickly. So let's do this. And in fact, I'm going to just cover up again the live streams repetitiveness of the grid, because otherwise that's going to just get majorly confusing.
R Q T R S
Bugger.
K T L Q T Q L R L R H R T Q S H L S T H L Q H H T L C C L L R.
That's annoying. Yeah, I buggered it at the beginning there. I simply I had the mouse off of the actual screen, and it clicked and it closed the game, so I couldn't see what on earth was going on in that last one, that beginning bit. So it just broke the sequence.
C K C Q C S L L H T S R T K T R T K S R S R S K K R K L K Q C Q K C C T.
Very nice. Very nice. That's what we want. Level 2. Or level 5. Level 2? Where the hell did that come from? I suppose I just keep kind of bouncing between 4 and 5. So yeah, level 1, level 2. Yeah. So as you can see, I mean, I'm pretty comfortable with doing dual and back 4. I mean, I've, to be honest as well, like many times I've also gotten like 100%. It's one that if I'm having like a really good day, and actually it also shows just how much better I feel even after my couple of days of sort of being like up and down illness wise. But yeah, I haven't, well, I say I haven't had that in a while, but I have had that. I have that quite frequently. But I like seeing that kind of high number. So, all right, let's do this again. But hang on, let me check my messages. No. So I am now an uncle. Wow. Okay, I will definitely need to be doing these rounds very, very quickly, I think, because I need to catch up with the family and celebrate. So, all right, let's do these.
C H L R T R H S Q T S S Q Q
In fact, you know what?
C.
I think because I've got to go and celebrate my niece being born, I think I am actually going to end this there. I already I'm now thinking like I need to go and speak to my parents and catch up with my brother and stuff. So I'm actually going to carry on with the rest of this, I think, on my own later on. I'll probably maybe take a photo and post what my results are, but at least you can kind of see what the first 3 are. So there's no like shortcutting or cheating out of it with doing this later on, and you can see the numbers anyway that I'm on. But definitely give this a go. Carry on with this yourself. Again, you can get so many benefits by doing this brain training game. I think it's such a fantastic thing for guys who do have a lot of social anxiety, who do want to get involved in doing cold approaching, but their anxiety is just overwhelming for them. This won't necessarily remove it completely, but my God, it will really dramatically drop the intensity down. Now, the best way to overcome approach anxiety is to essentially cold approach. You've kind of got to do it. You have to speak to people to get comfortable speaking to people. But this game will take the edge off of it. So let me know how you get on. I'm going to go and celebrate my niece being born, and I will put a post out to show how I got on with the rest.